Good afternoon and welcome to our session on cyberbullying, a parent's guide. We are going to go through the introduction now. So cyberbullying is a problem in our community it's especially challenging for our children and teenagers, and many of our young folks don't understand why cyberbullying is a problem and what the context of cyberbullying is. They don't understand the meaning behind it. This program is designed to educate parents about cyberbullying, so they have a guide to work from in order to educate their children about cyberbullying. The proper use and behavior on social media platforms, having conversations with children about cyberbullying and digital media is not just a one-off conversation. It's a conversation that you're going to need to revisit and continue educating them. It's not just a one and done. So this program will help you understand what your role is and what cyberbullying is and how to address your children, how to intervene, how to get involved. You want to get involved, know what to look for, and know how to respond to cyberbullying. And that's what this program is designed to do for you. In this program, parents will learn how to identify the problem of cyberbullying, learn how to intervene in cyberbullying behavior, and learn where you can report that cyberbullying when it occurs. In the content under identify, we are going to identify the problem. We're going to define what cyberbullying is, where it occurs, the tactics that bullies use. And sometimes parents will find out that their child is actually the bully, which will be shocking to some. Some are the offenders, some are the perpetrators, some are the victims. And they can be all of those at different times. So learning how to identify it is the first step. Posting to social media creates a permanent record. I think many young folks don't understand that what they post online is going to stay with them. It's going to, future employers are going to see this. It could affect their college enrollment as colleges now look at social media to get a view into the character and the content of the character of the student that they are recruiting. So onward, intervene. So three sections. First is identify, second is intervene. So we're going to establish rules about appropriate digital content and behavior. We're going to monitor your children's social media sites. Yes, get involved, see what they're doing, take a look. You're going to be able to figure out if your child is being bullied or is bullying others. And the warning signs, so how to identify that, how to intervene. What to do when cyberbullying occurs. Stay up to date on the latest social media and the slang. So you've got control over these 2 social media accounts that you know about, and oops, here comes this 3rd social media account. So you need to stay on top of it. So once they see you're tracking them there, they may jump to another account that you're not aware of. So just be aware of that and be aware of the slang that they use. Certain words may seem innocent and they might actually mean something else. So you'll need to stay on top of those things. Know your child's username and passwords for those accounts. So you're the boss. basically. So they're under 18 years of age. You are responsible for your children, and you should know this information. You should be in charge of their social media, their accounts. Get involved, get nosy, follow them. There are digital monitoring apps to help you do that. So that is something I would recommend that you do as a parent. Third and final section in this program is going to be a report. So it's going to have you document and report cyberbullying behavior. So important thing is to save that information. The other person might delete it, so take a snapshot of the information on the social media account. Like maybe they might take their Facebook down, delete the post, but if you take a screenshot of that, you would have the post as evidence to use against the bully. So steps to take immediately, so that would be an example of one to take immediately. Report cyberbullying to online providers, so go to Facebook or Instagram, report that to those mediators at those accounts, so you can nip that in the bud from the provider's link instead of having to do everything yourself. So report cyberbullying to schools. Schools have anti-bullying policies, and your school may have a policy against a cyberbully. They may be able to take some action, some disciplinary detention, suspension, that kind of thing. So definitely report it to your school. Learn how to block users. So if you don't want your child to receive messages or interact with that bully, just learn how to block them on the social media settings, or even stop. I mean, this is your child. It's their life. It's their emotions. They're young. They're developing. So they have a lot of there's a lot of weight on being social, fitting in, that kind of thing. So if they're having trouble, you can completely just take down their account for a while, if they're having some issues. So don't be afraid to do stuff like that. Report cyberbullying to law enforcement. So in this program, we're going to learn what constitutes, when you should take legal action and get law enforcement involved. What does that look like? So what kind of bullying would connotate that sort of action? So so those are the three in summary, and so we're going to get started with the program. So cyberbullying, a parent's guide. We're going to learn to identify, intervene, and report. So the problem, cyberbullying is a problem in our community, and especially challenging for our teenagers and youth, and we spoke about that in the introduction part. So I want to take you through real quick here. Frequency of cyberbullying is 15%. So 15% of those youth in middle school and high school have already been bullied. So that's pretty alarming. So we're gonna figure out what we can do to help curtail that. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place over the digital services in social media accounts. So it's different from regular bullying, like in person, or that might occur at school or at work. I mean, I've definitely been bullied at work. I've definitely been bullied at school. So cyberbullying can occur through social media, text, apps, online forums, gaming, which some parents think is innocent. They're playing games. So you still need to be diligent observe, learn what's going on in those games, how that's going back and forth. There's some posturing and aggression, and some, when they're online live, many can gang up on one and, really upset one of the players. They can say derogatory things or comments, or tell them their game sucks, or whatever. I think a lot of it is to let children know that these things are going to occur, and give them some tools to deal with it. They can stop playing for a while. They can get different friends. There are measures that they can take. They need to get a thick skin. The comments that a bully says reflects more about the person taking or saying the comments, stating the comments, than the actual person that they are delivering that message to. So it says more about them than it does about your child. So cyberbullying includes sending, posting, sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean content about someone else. It can include sharing personal, private information about someone else, causing them embarrassment or humiliation. Children and teens are especially vulnerable to the effects of cyberbullying, and parents need to get involved in educating their children about how to handle themselves when using social media. Where does it occur? Social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Text messaging apps, on mobile or tablet devices. It seems like every day a new social media app is showing up to circumvent, these others. If your child has been blocked or prevented from using them by your discipline, perhaps, so you need to stay on top of those. Online forums, chat rooms, message boards, email, online gaming, like we talked about. Tactics, because cyberbullying can happen in many ways. Examples based on real life experience can be a deeper understanding of the tactics typically used. Along with other risk factors, bullying can increase the risk of suicide-related behavior. So this is really important. It's really a big deal. Cyberbullying can really change your child's behavior. If they're a happy-go-lucky kid, and then all of a sudden they're not happy anymore. They're spending time in their room. They're laughing at things that they shouldn't laugh at. They're upset about things they shouldn't be upset about. They're just more emotional than they should be. You need to figure out what's going on. Some states have chosen to prosecute young people who bully for criminal harassment, including encouraging someone to die by suicide. If you can believe this is actually a real thing. Some forms of cyberbullying are forms of harassment that cross the line from criminal. Some tactics occur in dating relationships and can turn into interpersonal violence. Posting comments and rumors about someone that may be mean or embarrassing, threatening to hurt someone or telling them to kill themselves. These are tactics. Posting a mean or hurtful picture or video of the person, pretending to be someone else in order to gain access and information to private information that your child might feel comfortable in sharing when they normally would not. Posting comments about race, religion, ethnicity, creating mean or hurtful webpage about someone. Doxing. This was new to me. I didn't realize what this was, but it is a form of online harassment used to exact revenge and threaten to destroy the privacy of the individual, including making their personal information public, such as address, phone number, links to social media accounts, and credit card information even, so it can be really serious. Other examples of cyberbullying tactics are nude photo sharing. So maybe your older teen is in a relationship and it may have become sexual in nature and or not, but there may be some nude share photos, which is one thing when they're together. I mean, not encouraged and not smart to do when they're together. But once they break up, then, they're young, not emotionally mature yet. So they will do mean, embarrassing, and hurtful things with those pictures once a breakup occurs. So bad news. Please coach your children not to do that. Posting social media creates a permanent record. So like we talked about in the introduction, a record might contain information that a college recruiter might look at or an employer might look at, so you must be very careful about what you post. It's permanent. Just know that and just instill that in your children. And that is all for this segment, so thank you for joining.